So just to recap, Ghislaine Maxwell has been found guilty of 5 of the 6 charges against her, including that most serious sex trafficking charge. She faces, for that charge alone, a maximum of 40 years in prison. One thing to note with all these different charges, 5 of the 6 she's found guilty of, is that these sentencing will be decided at a later date, but these sentences can be served either consecutively or concurrently. That will be decided at a later date, but certainly Ghislaine Maxwell will almost certainly spend the rest of her life in prison. She turned 60 years old in prison just last week on Christmas Day. Her family have long complained about the conditions they say she's been subjected to over the past 18 months while she's been in prison at the Metropolitan Detention Centre in Brooklyn, just across the river from here. But it seems certain that she'll spend many, many more years, and as I say, almost certainly the rest of her life in prison in the United States. Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 of her siblings were inside there to hear that verdict being handed down. She has 6 surviving siblings all in all. She was the youngest of 9 Maxwell children. She's the daughter of the disgraced billionaire financier Robert Maxwell. She actually made her home New York after Robert Maxwell's death. Friends, those close to Ghislaine Maxwell, said that she went from the hands of Robert Maxwell into the arms of Jeffrey Epstein, and that she was infatuated by Jeffrey Epstein. Many people describe it as an unequal relationship, that she was very much in love with him and perhaps he didn't have the same affection for her. The prosecution case throughout this trial has been that there were 2 sexual predators in that relationship, that yes, it may have been predominantly Jeffrey Epstein carrying out the physical acts of sexual abuse, but on occasion Ghislaine Maxwell joined in too. And the women who took the stand, all 4 of them say that they came from broken homes to some extent. They say that Ghislaine Maxwell identified their frailties, and that was how she was able to encourage them to go to Jeffrey Epstein's various mansions, that it was her charm and her magnetism that made them feel safe in his presence. So the jury certainly siding with the prosecution's case here.